Hello, everybody. We're going to be starting shortly. We're going to give folks another few minutes to file in.
Actually win a game. The Bears destroy the Cowboys. Oh my! Oh wow! Any Cowboys fans in here? What? Nobody from Dallas, Texas? Nobody?
The Bears destroy the Cowboys is very fitting for this convention.
That's fair. I am. That's right, good look at my ass. Ronnie, this is now a B-boy panel. This is how y'all can learn how to dance. We're not doing voice acting anymore. Ronnie's gonna start. Alright, welcome to Dance Comp. Hey Ronnie, good musicality. Remember, second best hyena I know.
I agree with you on that one.
Thank you. We're ready. Do your thing. Hello, everybody. Or should I say, hello, Ness. Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Voice Actor? I assume you all want to be voice actors. Why else would you be here? Man, y'all are excited. I'm here for Malcolm. This is great.
You're pretty. You're handsome.
He is a very pretty man.
They're not here for Scott. It's got to be you.
We're both tigers.
All right, enough of the chatter. I got a panel to run. So, as you all know, we've been doing this for a number of years. We always love doing it. And this year, as a bonus, we have new scripts for everybody to come up and read. So really quick, we're going to go down the line and do some introductions. I'll start. I'm Timber Poppers. Some of the stuff you might have heard me in. I assume plenty of you are DBZ Abridged fans, because...
Never heard of it.
I did Future Gohan for the history of Trunks Abridged for this gentleman over here. Lots of fun to work with. If you've seen the Zootopia extended ending parody, I did Nick Wilde in that. And a bunch of indie games, several things for Zoink Studios, and the upcoming Breeze in the Clouds. Be sure to check that one out. It's going to be amazing.
Hi there, so I'm Scott Kazaneko-Ferrix. I'm the CEO of Team 4-Star and one of the creators of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Alright, I'm putting a moratorium on that right now. So for DBZA I played Trunks, King Kai, Zarbon, Gregory, Oolong Turtle, Yajirobe, Korin, a bunch of characters. And I was also one of the directors and scriptwriters and actors and editors for Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. If anybody's seen that. You can also hear me in Borderlands 3. You could hear me in Battleborn, God rest your soul. And if you ever play Smite, I'm like 6 skins in that.
Welcome to the club.
That's
how they do.
Yeah, so...
Are you guys going to be sharing?
Yeah, we'll share. We're both tigers. We can do it.
Gross.
Yes.
Earn your strength.
Earn your strength.
You're doing great.
That's racist.
No, Scott, that's speciest.
Focus, damn it!
Good morning, everybody. My name is Malcolm Ray. I'm part... Oh, thank you.
One fan.
Yes, the boy craft. I'm in a show called The Nostalgia Critic. I'm in a video game called Bulletville. I play this mecha assassin called KO5. And I'm in a show called Black Sands. And I've worked with Team 4-Star and other various things online. Oh yeah, Dead Island. I did.
Yeah, you did Dead Island.
Yeah, I was in Dead Island. I was Sam B. That led to a brief exchange between me and Phil Lamar, but we worked it out. Because,
There you go.
Yeah, he didn't know that he was being replaced.
Oof, that's a long conversation I had.
Yeah. But yeah, we worked it out. We're cool now. So.
DC Abridged.
Oh yeah, and DC and Bridge, thank you.
They know my work. They always know your resume better than you do. Because they're there on people like, actually, do you remember in 1994 when you...
Dude, quick side note, replacing somebody in something, it just feels like you can now never talk to that person ever again. Like, I had to replace Ego Raptor in the High-End Daisy Persona 4 comic dub as Kanji, and like, I've never talked to him ever since. I'm pretty sure he probably hates me.
Yeah. To be fair, he probably has forgotten by this point.
When I had to replace the voice actor for Gundam Tanaka and Danganronpa, it is the most like scary thing because you're not just you're not just not replacing, but you're filling in for a Japanese actor in the English version, which already people are going to be comparing you to that. Now they're also comparing you to the guy before you who did that, and it's terrifying.
That's why you have to hope that they're awful or they hate them.
Yeah, just imagine what it must be like on soap operas.
Anyway, yeah, hi guys, my name is Edward Bosco. I'm a voice actor from Chicago, so I'm back home. As much as I can fit on my person. Some of you probably know me from a little show called Has Been Hotel. I play Alistair. I've also been in Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Dust and Elysian Tale for those who know your audience. So yeah, that's me.
All right, so now that that's taken care of, question and answer round. Who has questions? Raise those hands. Boom, right there.
Where do you think the line is that divides talent and skill?
Ooh. That's actually kind of philosophical.
So yeah, all right, you start because this is something smart.
Yeah, so it's sort of interesting because I've known a lot of people who naturally have very, very listenable voices and something deep, something smooth, something that just kind of comes along with the biology. And then there are other people who kind of grow up with that extroverted attitude, the people who can really just fill into a role, who get into it. And then there are some people that I've known who started out very rocky, who had no idea what they were doing, but they had a passion for it. And there was a lot of work that had to go into it. Now, obviously, you can say like, oh, you're so talented at this, but you can't ignore the years of work that anybody's going to put into a project. So really, all the line, there's not really a line there. It's just the amount of work that you're willing to put into it, the day-to-day, and making sure that when you fail, you get back up. Because that's, oh man, something that you're going to hear a million times, and it's always true, is that you are going to audition 1,000 times, and you're probably going to fail 1,000 times. And that's just going to happen. And you just got to pick yourself back up and get back on the mic.
What's the next question going to be? What is art? All right, any other questions? I see Kiba with the question.
Do you guys have any tips for extending your vocal range?
Practice.
Yeah.
Practice.
I've got an interesting one. Kyle Hebert talked a little bit about this. And this ties into another part that new voice actors absolutely need to hear. And that piece of advice was, never do an impression when you're doing an audition. If they want that person, they'll get that person. Unless they very specifically ask for an impression, in which case, yes, do your best. Because I remember, one time I had to do, what's his damn name? Edwin. And I got the role, because I could do a pretty good Edwin. But I'm not going to use that voice when auditioning for most other things. However, it's very interesting because by finding out that I could do the Edwin voice, I had to bring myself all the way up here. And I found out that, hey, this is my high range, and I can go all the way up here. When you take a voice and then you mix it with something else, you can get a new voice, a new, brand new voice that's all yours. So, yeah, try impressions. Try those big cartoony voices. Yeah, absolutely. Try them out. See how they fit. Because you'll find something new there. And that's the cool thing. So yeah, one of the best ways to really extend your vocal range, go crazy and try to look at the opposite end of the spectrum and see what you can do there.
One of my absolute favorite sayings is that a bad imitation is a new character.
Yes, exactly.
He's not wrong. And really, as far as if you want to kind of expand your high range, expand your low range, really just practice, just go at it. I mean, I never used to be able to do the in a world kind of thing. I never used to be able to do that until I practiced and practiced and practiced and pushed my vocal range a little deeper at a time, and now I can do it. So really just in the shower, when you're driving to work in the car, just go nuts in your car. You might get some funny looks from the other drivers in traffic, but who cares?
Oh my God, it's always in the car for me. It is always in the car. And it's definitely what he said is important because
I couldn't keep up here if I didn't practice all the time. It's something you really gotta work on because it's a place in your voice that you gotta make a habit.
And when you're going all the way down here, you have to find that in the base of your throat and down in the diaphragm.
And you've got to make a home for it. Because if you don't have a home, if you haven't niched out a space in your voice for it, you're going to lose it. It's not going to sound natural. Because you can have a great voice. You can have this very funny, very fun voice, but if you can't act in it, it's worthless. It's totally worthless. So, again, live there. Practice there. Find a very natural and comfortable fit in that part of your range, and then boom, the acting will come.
All right, any other questions? I see you in the back with the glasses.
What's the funniest or weirdest thing that voice actors have told or asked you to do?
Malcolm, why don't you take this one? A director's ever asked you to do.
Director? Oh.
Why don't you take this, Malcolm?
Okay, so we had to do some vocal stuff for a made-up alien species. So Doug asked me to just kind of make it sound like I was gargling into the mic, just kind of making different sounds, and the direction he gave me was okay, now sound like you're gargling, but it's with some hot sauce, you're gargling with hot sauce. I'm like, okay, and it's a new thing. So that was one of the more odd things. There's a ton of odd direction I've had, but that's the one that comes to mind.
You got one, Bosco?
Go ahead. All right. So this was for Xenoverse 2. I was brought in to play one of the creator character voices, along with Lenny Pator, voice of Vegeta, and Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and Kurt, voice of Nappa. And when I was brought in, the other two had already done their voices for it. And so Christopher Savitt, God bless his soul, sits me down and he's like, all right, look, I'm sorry about this, and I don't want you to be offended, but out of all the voices that we have left, I kind of need you to play the gay one.
All right then, I'll do my best.
That's what we call typecasting.
Well, the thing is, he knew that I'm actually really good at that, so it's you know what, that's fine. It is a little bit of typecasting, but you know what, if they were gonna have a guy in there who's gonna be totally gay, at least get an actual gay guy. I won't lie though, being able to do the Kamehameha, that's fun as hell.
I'm so mad.
I'm a champion of justice.
No, don't do it again.
You get on everybody's moves, so you get to say their stuff.
Oh my god, that's great.
Final Flash. So what's yours?
This is the weirdest direction we've ever gotten, right?
Yeah.
So this is just one example. When you're friends with a director, you get direction that they wouldn't give to a normal person. I just want to point that out. So we were doing a game that was in a medieval setting, and there was this dark elf that apparently was really hot. And so I asked, what's the relationship between me and this dark elf character? And the director goes, all right, so she's the kind of character that you would want to eat Cheerios off her ass crack. And I'm like...
And I went, all right, roll the tape. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Specifically Cheerios?
Specifically Cheerios, not Rice Krispies, not Frosted, Cheerios.
Wait. Important question. Honey Nut Cheerios or regular?
Only Honey Nut after he's done.
Yeah.
This is now an After Dark panel.
Everybody signed the waiver, right? It's a rated R. This is an AD account panel. That's what this is. Other questions? That was a good
I see
one.
you.
I see you too.
Did you guys ever, when you like auditioned for a role, with, like the voice you didn't think would get there, but you got it?
All the time. Every time I get cast, it's on something I didn't think I did a very good audition on. Every freaking time.
Yeah, me too. Smite, 4 characters I should not have gotten.
That was literally Alistair and Hasbin. I thought there was no way. I'm like, oh, I could get Husk. Oh, I could be Angel. They gave me Alistair, and I went, really? You like that? Really? And now everybody's like, oh my God, he's so hot. And I'm like, so all I've had to do is talk through a radio, and I could have had a girlfriend by now.
I mean, you've got the face for radio.
I do have a face for it. Hey, wait a second. No, he's not wrong. I can't be mad.
Oh, please.
Don't have sympathy for me. I'm not a nice person. Don't do that.
Look, for a guy from Chicago, you're actually pretty handsome.
Okay, don't talk about myself. You can insult me, don't insult my city. Right.
Shoot, what was the question?
You already answered it.
We already answered it.
Next question. I see a hand right here.
Okay, so like this is a question for all of you. Like, what was like the worst voice acting thing that you've done, and like always look back at it and go like, oh my God, that was like the cringiest one I've done.
Oh God. I know exactly what it was.
These questions.
We gotta stump you.
All right, I guess I'll start. So after I did Nick Wilde in the Pymations parody ending, I got contacted again to do Nick Wilde, and this time it was for like one of those, rap battle things on YouTube.
Yes.
The collective groan. That was so appropriate. Thank you. I'm not going to tell you how to find it. I'm not going to link it. As far as I'm concerned, it's dead and gone. I took it out in the backyard. I shot it and I buried it. No one will.
So what you're saying is, I shouldn't post the link on Twitter and tag you?
Should I do that? Tim, Scott, why don't you do yours now, buddy?
I don't know. For me, if anybody's familiar with Dragon Ball Z Abridged, the entire first season is just full of cringe. I love my show to death. I love it, and it was a growing experience, but it was also a growing experience. So those early episodes, there's a lot of cringe.
First season, Roshi.
And you know what? I'm glad that there are people out there who are still like, we still love it. I'm like, thank you for loving my ugly duckling. How about you? What's the cringe?
Oh, I know you got some cringe.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the on camera, like, all right. It was when I had to play the asshole cosplayer Deadpool. That was really hard for me. And I know a lot of you felt that pain, but just playing some whining, and being obnoxious. You feel it. You feel it yourself. It's like, I'm like, is this what you wanted? He's like, yes, that's perfect. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so, first of all, I just have to show you this. This is what I Googled to find it.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, so, there was a game that I worked on, and I don't necessarily think I did terrible, it's just the game is terrible. So bad, in fact, that it's one of, I think, only 5 or 6 games that, IGN has ever given a 0 to. Oh. It's up there with Sonic 06. And here's how because I couldn't remember the name of the game. So literally what I did into Google is I typed in worst pirate game ever made, and it came up as the first result. It's called Raven's Cry. And it's so bad. If you play the game, first of all, it barely works. There's one guy that they had to take out because all he does is swear obscenities on a pirate ship while you're traveling, and it's bad. So they edited him out. Some of the lines don't match the lip flap. There are people who flubbed the line and went back and redid it, and the entire line, including the flub, is in there. So you hear them saying the line, and it's like, why would you leave that in there? So yeah, Raven's Cry it's a hot mess.
All right, let's just move on from that one. Any other questions? Right here.
What is one of your favorite affects or type of voices to do? Like sinister, flamboyant, ridiculous, the childlike, the sadistic.
I do. So flamboyant is a lot of fun, but like flamboyance and evil is something I don't get to do very often, and it is I'm in this another abridged series called Sword Art Online Abridged, which let me tell you, if you think Sword Art Online is good or bad, you will still like this. It's amazing. Yeah. It is actually a spectacular parody of the original, and I highly recommend it. And I play, in the second season, Sugo, the worst person who was ever made. And I've just been having so much fun playing up just how absolutely awful he is. And it's one of those moments where I'm like, I'm really glad that people can differentiate the actor from the character, because he's vile. He's really, really vile. But he's so much fun to play.
In general, villains are just the most fun characters to play because they are so, well, for most of us anyway. Oscar's pretty much a villain already, but for the rest of us who are nice people, it's so fun to play somebody who's completely unlike you. It's not so much about my favorite, affectation vocally, it's about character type. And the really over-the-top, Joker is one of my dream roles. Oh, here, what do y'all think? Come on, Batsy, give us a smile. Call me DC.
Again, villainous roles are fun. So, me getting to play the devil. Hey. So, being able to play, brooding villainous roles like that, it's always fun. You get to be, the badass, just kind of we're going to be right here. We got to take care of this immediately. Listen to me. That sort of role. I like stuff like that. Brooding.
I'm not going to say villains, because obviously they're great. I really like playing anything that's a creature, something that's weird, or zombified, or some kind of big... Yeah, well, because number one, they sound really cool, and number two, a lot of times all I have to do is make the noises. And so D. Bradley Baker is one of my favorite actors, because of all the weird noises that he can do. And I've actually studied with him, and the coolest thing is I got to work on a Marvel game with him where we did a bunch of the creatures, and it was so much fun. The best reactions are the director and the engineer when you do something really vile or weird, and they're like, that should come out of you, but thank you, that's great.
All right, any other questions?
Mr. Kaiser.
Of course.
How difficult did you find to direct yourself when you're having to play these roles for your own series?
Oh, that's actually sort of interesting. As one of the script writers, it's not too difficult. I know exactly what I'm going for. But there have actually been some times where Lanny will come to me and be like, wait, that's the delivery you did? And I'm like, I was in the scripting session, I know what the delivery is. And he'll give me back sass well, that's not how I was thinking about it. And I'm like, well, then play the character yourself.
Then you write the goddamn script.
Yeah, I guess I want to picture Lanny going, so that's what you thought was funny?
But there are times where I will have somebody hey, so I felt like this delivery went hard enough. Do you think I could go harder, or should I go softer? Blah blah blah. And I will get feedback, because just because I'm the director for a show doesn't mean I'm infallible by any means. So yeah, I do try to I never have anybody in there to watch me, but I will run things past people in case I need to re-record.
Any other questions? And the beanie.
Do you guys ever go to a movie or an animated movie or something and hear a voice and just kind of sit there in the theater and go can I do that?
Yes, all the time. And not just movies, video games, cartoons, Garrus from Mass Effect. As soon as I heard that voice, I'm like, I'm stealing that. And I'm going to find a character to use it on, but I am making calibrations, and we are going to town.
Half of the stuff that I've done is me just stealing from Charlie Adler.
Do you want to play, baby? Do you want to play, baby?
So, really quick aside here. I took a class with Charlie Adler, and for those of you who know his voice work, he is exactly the kind of person you think he would be. He's such a character. He's so over the top. Drops expletives like 14 times per sentence, which is amusing and also kind of like...
so good.
And he was the second day of the class, he was telling us how he likes to play this game with his dog, who's this huge mastiff. And she loves bundling up in his lap and cuddling. And every time she does that, he looks down at her and goes,
Do you want to play, baby? Do you want to change your diaper? Do you want to have a tea party?
That's how the class starts. And then for the rest of the class, every time one of us go up to read a script, before we enter the booth, he asks us,
Do you want to play, baby?
Little did he know he was directing an actual dog.
It doesn't help that if you've ever seen Charlie Adler, the guy's jacked.
He is jacked. He looks like he just got off of a ship.
Yeah.
Like he looks like a sailor.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
and he curses like one.
And he's got the tattoo of the anchor on him.
Yeah.
On his arm. His arm.
Malcolm, did you have one for that?
Oh, no.
Any other questions?
In the
I see a
corner.
hand over
There you
in the
go.
corner.
What is the best microphone you would suggest for starting voice acting?
That's going to depend heavily on how much you want to invest in this. Because you could get like, a $100 USB mic, like the Blue Yeti is kind of the standard USB mic. But if you're not sure that this is something you really want to pursue, I wouldn't recommend just, throwing $100 at it. Start with like, something that's a little bit cheaper would be my recommendation. And then, go to like casting call club, just audition for things. See if you really enjoy this. And then if you find that it's a lot of fun for you and you really enjoy doing it, then I would say invest in a Blue Yeti. Like, spend $100 on like a good USB microphone. You don't have to worry about an XLR if you're just starting out. Like with a preamp, that's just way too many buttons and knobs to worry about. So start simple is my recommendation there.
Yeah. I literally would recommend the Blue Yeti. I actually have a Blue Yeti up in my room, and I actually booked something off of it last MFF when I was here. So like that's a nice mic. It's not going to break the bank. And the other nice thing is if you stream, it's not a bad streamer mic. If you play video games, you can hook it up into your PS4 and you can use that. It's like it has other applications and it travels well. So like it's everything that you would need. If you don't know what XLR stands for or means, then that means it's above your pay grade right now. Yeah. Stick with the USB stuff. USB.
I do think that it is important to point out that the Blue Yeti, for professional production, you will never use a USB. Mm-hmm. But USB mics are great for, as you said, streaming and auditioning and getting your voice out there. It's a starter. Yeah. It is not a professional mic. It is not something that you want to do and if you are actually voicing in a professional production, you're also going to need a completely different setup. It's not just about the mic. Everyone thinks, what is a good mic? But you want to treat the space. Yeah, you have to treat the space. We have an actual sound booth at our studio. It's like an extended phone booth with like foam all over the inside. It gets incredibly hot incredibly quickly, and it is super uncomfortable, but it is also soundproof, and there is no echo. And that's the most important part. It's clarity, both in the voice and without any background noise. When it comes to treating your space, that is like the second most important thing after mic quality.
Want to quickly kind of go off of that treating a space. Like if you have a walk-in closet in your home, that's a great way to go about it because oftentimes if you just hang up stuff all over all the walls, that'll kill the sound. If you don't have a walk-in closet, you can do something like what I did. This was a fun project. Out of PVC pipe, I built a frame that was about 5 feet wide, 7 feet tall, and I hung a bunch of moving blankets off of it. And that's what I go to every day to do my day-to-day freelancing work, is this little booth made out of, again, PVC pipe and moving blankets. All together, all the materials probably cost me about $100. That's it. And it kills all the room tone. It can't keep sound from getting in, outside sound, which is meh. Yeah. But there's no echo, there's no room tone. Like you could have a Neumann U87, which is like a $3,000 microphone. And if it's in an untreated space where there's room tone and echo, it'll sound like garbage. Yep. But you can take like a Blue Yeti, put it in a treated space, it'll sound okay.
I really want a U87. My voice makes love to that mic. I love it.
Yeah.
Sorry, questions.
You've had your hand up for a while.
I was actually going to start on that note in regards to the Neumann U87.
Yeah.
Just recently came out what's called the Tech Audio Stellar Mix 2.
It is comparable to the Neumann 87 for only $200.
I'm sorry, what? How is that even possible? That was the catch.
It has been reviewed, and everyone is saying it is almost spot on to a Neumann U87 for a fraction
What
of the
mic is
price.
that? Wow.
As well as X2. It's only being sold on Amazon right now.
Huh?
It is only getting in.
Oh, that sounds like a deal with the devil. I want it.
Everyone is trying to get it.
Well, say it one more time.
The Stellar X2.
Well, I know where my next paycheck's going.
Yeah, see, this is how important this is. These guys whipped out their phones immediately to find out about this mic.
Yeah, but Johnny gave a review of it, and he says he cannot believe how little they are charging it for how good the quality is.
And that's advancements in technology. You know, as time goes on, these mics will become more affordable.
All right, I saw a bunch more hands going. We have time for one more question for now. You with the lovely hair.
Oh, thanks. Are there any voices that are so physically demanding that refuse to do an outside of the recording booth?
You know, sometimes, like,
when it comes to Yajirobe, I have to go all the way down here, and I don't like to do this for very long because it's a lot.
Oh my God, Taka. It's like Taka.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like Taka.
Honestly, once you get to a point where you've been doing this long enough, your voice is always kind of warmed up. It's always trained. You know where to place things vocally so that you're not going to blow your voice out. Like, I was actually talking to some friends about this the other day. You could scream at the top of your lungs. Sure, you could do that. You're going to blow out your voice doing it. Or you could scream at the top of your lungs while placing it in your throat in a place that doesn't hurt your voice, that you've practiced with before. And you could do that for an hour and be more or less totally fine afterwards. This is a really important thing to do. Understand your voice, understand what's comfortable within your range, where you can place things that even if it's a physically difficult voice, you will still come out of it relatively unscathed. The last thing you want to do is like a really loud role where you're just screaming all the time and you're not placing it properly and you basically lose your voice for several days. That's the last thing you want to do. So, but that really comes from just understanding your voice, which takes time and practice. Again, I want to harp on this: practice, 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 practice. It's your best friend.
Yeah.
All right, so with the question answer round wrapped up for now, do y'all want to read some scripts? I said, do you want to read some scripts? You guys are great. I love all of you. All right, so unlike last year, we have new scripts. This one is extremely open-ended, so rather than giving you guys like established synopsises and established characters to read, we're going to have you come up, make some basic character choices, and just commit to those choices, and that's what we're going to be critiquing on. So why don't you tell us about this script, since you wrote it?
Yeah. So, this was actually a script that I helped write a while back for a little short that we were trying to pitch around as a pilot. It never made it very far, but we have a lot of fondness for it. Can I just describe? Yeah, go for it. Yeah, so the three characters in this script are Riley, Francis, and Honey. Riley is a sarcastic, smarmy, deadpan panda. Francis is a spastic little ferret, and Honey is a big, dumb, hyperactive rhino. I love these guys. They were slightly modeled after characters from DBZA, slightly. And I'm pretty sure that if you read, you'll be able to guess which ones. And yeah, so I had a lot of fun with this, and I hope you guys do too.
Calico, get up here. 2 volunteers. Who wants to read? Raise your hands, raise your hands. Keith, I saw your hand go up immediately. And you, in the front. Come on up.
Down there.
And for the next run of this, we're going to look for 3 ladies, because we love gender-bending characters for these. So for the next round, ladies only.
Does non-binary count?
Absolutely.
All right.
Valid.
Which one do you want to Riley?
You choose that.
You're doing Riley. Who wants to do Pony? Okay, and you can do Francis. So, actually it is.
Yeah.
But again, these are such open-ended characters. What we're really looking for here is your own takes on all of these. It can be anything. We just want you to commit really hard to the choices that you make.
Are you going to hold the mic for them?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. You should have your script then too, so you can see when the lines are switching.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
You're not my real dad.
No, I would have been, but the guy in front of me had exact change.
I didn't hear that. Okay, never mind. Just read the ones that are highlighted then.
Oh my God, wow.
Right. Do you guys think you're ready to go?
Adventure.
I mean, improv is really important, because a lot of the time when you're going in for an audition, you haven't seen the copy before you get into the booth. They give you 2 minutes to look at it, they give you a brief character synopsis. Sometimes the character synopsises are an entire novel, sometimes they're like 3 words long. So having a good ability to improv and just come up with stuff on the fly is very important, so that's a part of this exercise. All right, are you ready to go?
May I help you?
May we borrow your shovel?
You're already borrowing my shovel.
Then you're already a part of this.
Oh yeah, here. They barged into Riley's house, pushing him out of the way. We see a shot of Vladimir's bloody corpse sprawled out on the ground.
Is that Vladimir?
Used to be, yeah.
He was a Dracula, I think. Pretty sure. Not 100%. They turned to dust, right?
Please don't let us get sent to prison. I mean, I'd be fine. People love me, but poor Honey.
How many cigarettes do you think I'd go for?
Half a carton? Listen, I'll help you both.
Really?
I mean, you exactly haven't left me with much of a choice. Now, Francis, fetch the shovel. Honey, move the corpse in the cart. Going for a drive.
Yay!
We see them all in a 1985 Dodge Neon. Honey is sitting in the back of the seat with a dumb grin. Francis is staring at the dead body sitting next to him a bit uncomfortably.
This is kind of a crappy car.
It was my mother's. She gave me before she died. Oh, I'm kidding. She's still very much alive.
Oh. I'm sorry, I zoned out. Where are we? Who's that guy?
Referring to Vladimir.
So, exactly how are we ditching this?
We're going to drive out to the middle of the countryside. We're going to go and dig ourselves a 12-foot hole. At the bottom, we're going to place Vladimir, then cover him up with approximately 6 feet of dirt. After that, we're going to place a corpse of an animal in the hole, then fill it up, and the search party should discover the grave. They'll find the animal, assume it's false positive, leaving a spot for good.
Wow. You're really good at this.
Very suddenly, a moose jumps out in front of the car. They hit it, apparently killing it instantly. The car jerks to a stop as Francis and Honey scream. Riley looking nonplussed, but otherwise excited.
Did we just kill a moose?
Why won't the killing stop?
I mean, it doesn't seem it did that much damage. We're quite lucky.
Woo!
Dramatic irony. Thy name is Moose.
Nice job, guys. Round of applause, round of applause. And now for the fun part. Now we're going to critique you. So why don't you 3 go down the line, pick somebody to critique, and give them some notes that you would like to hear on their second read.
I don't know. Pick somebody and we'll come on down. Who do you want to critique? Pick somebody. Yeah.
Me? Oh, yeah, I definitely got to go with, I liked the performance for Honey. That was a lot of fun, very energetic, very dumb, and I liked a little bit of gruffness you gave him, and yeah, that was pretty fun. Oh, right. I would say for the next read, so a lot of people when it comes to the big dumb characters, especially when they're energetic, they'll just kind of run into it without giving themselves enough preparation and enough setting the scene. Give yourself just a little bit more time, be a little bit bigger and not so fast.
All right, I'm gonna have to go with Francis on this one. I actually like the approach that you took with it. It was kind of like an Eddie Murphy sort of vibe, like Billy D in there somewhere. It was really interesting. I liked it. It's just like, let me borrow your shovel. Like, it was like very I liked it. I liked the cadence of the character.
Yeah, like a Southern Belle thing going on. I was like, what is this?
What is this? Yeah. I liked it a lot. Definitely commit to that more. And, just make him more kind of like very aloof.
Maybe more flamboyant.
Yeah, maybe even more flamboyant. Yeah, just go all the way with it.
Hi, Keith. How's it going? So big fan, long time listener, first time critiquer. So I actually really like Riley. I think it's a good fit for you. I think it reminds me a lot of you, and I think you played it close to the vest. Two things that I would recommend. One, watch your enunciation, because there's a lot, especially on the monologue. Like, don't just kind of run through it. Enjoy it, because this is your big grand master plan. Number two, what I want on the second read is you are annoyed by everybody because they are screwing up your plans. You know how to do this. So what I want you to do is picture somebody messing with your audio, me, during FFL, and you're like, no, I have this on lock. Stop. That's your motivation. Yes. Now, can we have them sit down in front of the mic so that they can go back and forth easier? Like, just have them sit here? All right.
Good, now we can leave.
We have control. Hi, my name is Tim. Welcome to the panel.
My God, there's a lot of you.
I know. Don't be nervous.
Now you tell
We're
me.
way past that.
Hold on, wait. We're totally not sitting here silently judging.
You were openly judging me earlier.
Make me laugh. Oh my God, we have chairs here.
What's my motivation? No,
What? Your motivation is you're an idiot. Now read.
Ready?
Yeah, go. Whenever you're ready.
May I help you?
Ma, we borrow your shovel.
You are already borrowing my shovel.
Then you're already a part of this.
They barge into Riley's house, pushing him out of the way. We see a shot of Vladimir's bloody corpse sprawled out on the ground.
Is that Vladimir?
Used to be, yeah.
He was a Dracula, I think. Pretty sure. Not 100%. They turned to dust, right?
Please don't let us get sent to prison. I mean, I'd be fine. People love me, but poor Honey.
How many cigarettes do you think I'd go for?
Half a carton? Listen, I'll help you both.
Really?
You haven't exactly left me with a lot of choice. Now, Francis, fetch the shovel. Honey, move the corpse into the car. We're going for a drive.
Yay!
We see them all in a 1985 Dodge Neon. Tony is sitting in the back seat with a dumb grin. Francis is staring at the dead body and sitting next to him, a bit uncomfortably.
This is kind of a crappy car.
It was my mother's. She gave it to me before she died. Oh, I'm kidding. She's still very much alive.
I'm sorry. I zoned out. Where are we? Who's that guy?
Referring to Vladimir.
So, how exactly are we going to ditch into Stiff?
We're going to drive to the middle of the countryside. We're going to dig ourselves a 12-foot hole. At the bottom, we're going to place Vladimir. Then we're going to cover him with approximately 6 feet of dirt. After that, we will place the corpse of an animal into the hole, then fill it up. If a search party should discover the grave, they will find the animal, assuming it was a false positive, leaving the spot for good.
Wow. You're really good at this.
Very suddenly, a moose jumps out in front of the car. They hit it, apparently killing it instantly. The car jerks to a stop as Francis and Pony scream. Riley looking nonplussed, but otherwise unexcited.
Did we just kill a moose?
Why won't the killing stop?
It doesn't seem to have caused that much damage. We're quite lucky. Dramatic irony. Thy name is Moose.
Yeah!
So that is a great example of exactly why we do this panel and what we're looking for. They all took their direction so well. The reads were all adjusted so well. Killed it. That was absolutely wonderful. So now we're going to do 3 completely different gender bent takes on those characters. So I see so many hands. You asked, so why don't you come up? I see you're standing up. You are ready to come up. And you are waving your hands dramatically in the air. Let's go.
By the way, this is definitely not to influence how any of you guys should perform, but I cannot get over that. But poor homie! That got a good laugh out of me.
You hit a moose, a dairy thing.
three very different takes on the characters. Whatever you can bring to the life with these characters with your imagination is what you should be going
You
for.
said a little improv is okay?
Well, if you want to improv, please. Yeah, go for it.
All right, remind us of our roles.
Hold on, whichever one is highlighted in front of you.
There you go. Indeed.
Or if you want to swap around scripts, that's totally fine. Whichever
I
ones you
really
want to
wanted
do.
Riley, if that's okay.
Do who?
I got Honey. I got Honey.
Sweet.
So Francis in the middle?
Yeah, free and
Oh, okay. If y'all want to take a minute, but take it away whenever you are ready.
Do we have a quick question while they look over the script we can answer and shout out?
Oh, get her hand shot up.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would your best recommendation for self-promotion be?
Whatever gets the role.
Self-promotion. Twitter. If you've got something you're working on, put it on Twitter. Put it on Facebook. Have a website. Let people know what you do, where they can find you, and what's out that you've worked on. Honestly, that's the best way.
You don't even need to have your own website because that costs money. Twitter's obviously free. Yeah, if you just want to record yourself doing a monologue, doing whatever, throw it up on Twitter. Be like, hey, check out this cool thing that I did.
That includes fursuit skits if you do that stuff like that.
Yeah! You know. Yeah!
Yeah!
Yuppers puppers.
Watch Timber destroy the apartment. Don't do it. Their reputation is terrible.
It's great. It's great.
It's the worst.
My name is Timber, and I'm always happy.
That doesn't even sound like that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Hey, I'm Bosco.
Hi, I'm Timber. Oh my gosh, look at my house.
Here's the real deal.
Are you guys ready?
All right, ladies. Make me laugh.
May I help you?
Mama, might we borrow your shovel?
You're already borrowing my shovel.
Oh, wait, that was my part. Huh?
Don't steal the role.
Take two.
May I help you?
Might we borrow your shovel?
You are already borrowing my shovel.
Then you're already a part of this.
They barge into Riley's house, pushing him out of the way. We see a shot of Vladimir's bloody corpse sprawled out on the ground.
Is that Vladimir?
Yeah.
He was Dracula, I think. Pretty sure. 9% sure. They turned to dust. Right?
Please don't let us get sent to prison. I mean, I'd be fine. People love me, but poor Honey.
How many cigarettes do you think I'd be worth?
Half a carton? Listen, I'll help you both.
Really?
Yeah!
You haven't exactly left me much choice. Now, Francis, fetch the shovel. Pony, move the corpse into my car. We're going for a drive.
Yay!
We see them all in a 1985 Dodge Neon. Pony is sitting in the back seat with a dumb grin. Francis is staring at the dead body, sitting next to him a bit uncomfortably.
This is kind of a crappy car.
It was my mother's. She gave it to me before she died. Just kidding. She is still very much alive.
Sorry, I'm zoned out. Where are we? Who's this dead guy?
So, exactly how are we ditching this death?
Oh, first time? We're going to drive onto the middle of the countryside. We're going to dig ourselves a 12-foot hole at the bottom of the place Vladimir. We then cover him with approximately 6 feet of dirt. After that, we place a corpse of an animal in the hole. Then we fill it up. If a search party should discover the grave, they will find the animal and assume it is a false positive, leaving the spot for good.
Wow. You were really good at this.
I know.
Actually, it's funny, in the animatic we had for this, at that part, Riley does crack a smile.
Yeah.
Very suddenly, a moose jumps out in front of the car. They hit it, apparently killing it instantly. The car jerks to a stop as Francis and Honey scream. And Riley looks nonplussed, but otherwise unexcited.
Did we just kill a moose? Why won't the killing stop?
It doesn't seem to do that much damage. We're quite lucky.
Woo!
Oh, dramatic irony, thy neighbor's moose.
I'm going to go with Riley, so I really like...
I will cry.
No, that's the correct response.
You got this. Went all out with the sarcasm. It was really great. For the second reader, I would like you to talk to them like you think they're complete idiots. You are the smartest, you got this under control, and these guys, you're so precious, but you're so dumb. So just be as smug as you want to be. Talk to them like they are the stupidest people on earth.
Channel Paul.
That's my DM.
Actually, generally roll free. Projection. It's sometimes you're coming in a little bit soft. When it comes to voice, when it comes to characters like these, they're kind of cartoonish, so you'll definitely want to give them a full projection. And for Pony, yeah, I'd say that you're giving it to the character. Definitely give it a little bit more projection. Make sure that everyone can hear him. He's big. He's dumb. He's all about he fills the room.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, for Francis, I love the energy that you're giving. Maybe slow it down just a little bit so people can understand him a little bit better.
You mean pass this? Okay, I'll do it.
Go whatever you want.
Oh, okay, yeah, Francis. I love the nervous approach that you had with the character. Yeah, play with that a little more because this is just such a bizarre situation. Yeah.
Most appreciated.
Whenever you are ready, feel free to take it away with take number 2.
May I help you?
My wee bubble. Might be borrow your shovel.
You are already borrowing my shovel.
Then you're already a part of this.
Regarding to Riley's house, pushing him out of the way, we see a shot of Vladimir's bloody corpse sprawled out on the ground.
Is that Vladimir?
I used to be, yeah.
Well, he was Dracula, I think, pretty sure, 100% sure. They turned to dust, right?
But please don't let us get sent to prison. I mean, I'd be fine. People love me, but poor Honey.
How many cigarettes do you think I'd be worth?
Half a carton? Listen, I'll help you both.
Really?
You haven't exactly left me much choice. Now, Francis, fetch the shovel. Pony, move the corpse in my car. We're going for a drive.
Yay!
We see them all in a 1985 Dodge Neon. Pony is sitting in the back seat with a dumb grin. Francis is staring at the dead body, sitting next to him, a bit uncomfortably.
This is kind of a crappy car.
It was my mother's. She gave it to me before she died.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm just kidding. She's still
very much alive.
I'm sorry, I don't know. Where are we? Who's this guy?
So, how are we ditching the staff?
First time? Okay. We're going to drive onto the middle of the countryside. We're going to dig ourselves a 12-foot hole. At the bottom, we place Vladimir. Then we cover him with about approximately 6 feet of dirt. After that, we place the corpse of an animal in the hole, then fill it up. If a search party should discover the grave, they will find the animal and assume it is a false positive, leaving the spot for good.
Wow. You are really good at this.
You have no idea.
Very suddenly, a moose jumps out in front of the car. They hit it, apparently killing it instantly. The car jerks to a stop as Francis and Honey scream. Riley looking nonplussed, but otherwise unexcited.
Did we just kill a moose?
Why won't the killing stop? Make it stop, please. Make it stop.
Stop crying. It didn't do that much damage. We're quite lucky. Woo! Fuck. Dramatic irony. My name is Moose.
Again, they took the direction extremely well, adjusted extremely well. That was fantastic. So, yeah, great ad-libs. Oh my God. So we have time for one more round, completely random. You had your hand up immediately. Why don't you pick somebody?
All right. You with the hat. Yes.
That was specific.
Malcolm, pick somebody.
Malcolm.
Right here.
Pick somebody.
Pick somebody.
Pick somebody.
Oh, so your hand went up immediately. I'm sorry.
With the suit.
Yeah.
You want the suit?
Yeah.
Can we get the suit up here?
Yeah,
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This whole thing. I want. This is gonna be. Oh boy. It's so cute. I want to
Francis is here. Francis is right there. Oh, this is our Riley. I guess you're Riley.
You know what? Did we ever actually describe what species these characters are?
Yes, you did. I don't remember, but you did say it. We have time for one quick question. If anybody has a quick question they'd like answered. I saw your hand. Actually, I'm going to help you out. Oh, you read it?
What? Yeah, is that good? You want me to do like whole parts? Will that be easy?
Reminds me of the famous example where Mel Blanc is doing his characters like Bugs is imitating Daffy and Daffy is imitating Bugs. Yeah. That is one of the hardest things to do as a voice actor. Like, I've never been able to successfully do it. It is so gosh dang hard. Have you ever done that?
I did that as a
I'm gonna help you with your mic. All right, there we go. Look, this is why I wanted you to pick him. This is gonna be amazing. It's either gonna be really good or really bad, and I'm entertained either way. What was the question?
Have you ever had to have one of your characters impersonate another character you've also played?
Have you ever had a character impersonate a character you've also played?
Example where Mel Blanc had Bugs.
Oh, Bugs played Daffy, played Bugs. Yeah. I've had to do it on the streams before. I've had to do Alistair being Angel Dust. Does that count? Which is weird. Yeah, I would no, but like.
It's really friggin' hard.
It's also rare. Like that was such a specific circumstance.
Yeah, and I mean it's Mel Blanc. He's like, my opinion, best voiceover person of all time.
Yeah, him and Dawes.
So yeah. All right, are our readers? Are you all feeling ready to go?
I think so.
All right.
I'm gonna get real personal with this animal right here. Here we go.
We're just looking for make your character choices and commit. Whatever you want it to be. Take it away. Trap my cord. There we go. There.
May I help you?
Might we borrow your shovel?
You are already borrowing my shovel.
Then you're already a part of this.
Quick forward to the Riley's house, pushing him out of the way. We see a shot of Vladimir's Vladimir.
Sounds pissed off.
That is a completely different panel.
Pretty pissed too. We see a shot of Vladimir's bloody corpse sprawled out on the ground.
Is that Vladimir?
Used to be, yeah.
He was a Dracula, I think. Pretty sure, not 100% sure. They turned to dust, right?
Please don't let us get sent to prison. I mean, I'd be fine. People love me, but poor Honey.
How many cigarettes do you think I'd go for?
Listen, I'll help you both.
Really?
You haven't exactly left me much choice. Now, Francis, fetch the shovel. Honey, move the corpse into my car. We're going for a drive.
We see them all in a 1985 Dodge Neon. Pony is sitting in the back seat with a dumb grin. Francis is staring at the dead body sitting next to them, up bed uncomfortably.
This is kind of a crappy car.
It was my mother's. She gave it to me before she died. I'm just kidding. She's still very much alive.
I'm sorry, I zoned out. Where are we? Who's that guy?
So, how exactly we ditching the stuff?
We're going to drive out into the middle of the countryside. We're going to dig ourselves a 12-foot hole. At the bottom, we place Vladimir. Then, we cover him with approximately 6 feet of dirt. After that, we will place the corpse of an animal in the hole, then fill it up. If a search party should discover the grave, they will find the animal and assume it was a false positive, leaving the spot for good.
Wow. You're really good at this.
Very suddenly, a moose jumps out in front of the car. They hit it, apparently killing it instantly. The car jerks to a stop as Francis and Honey scream. Riley looking nonplussed, but otherwise unexcited.
Did we just kill a moose?
What about the killing? Stop!
Doesn't seem that it did much damage. We are quite lucky. Dramatic irony, thy name is Moose.
I mean, fine, I'll project, fine. Hi, you did, first of all, I love like the New Yorker accent that you had. I really like that. What I want you to do is I want you to turn up the sax. I want to hear some like Joe Pesci out of here. I have a plan and this is going to work, but it's not going to work. So, Joe Pesci it up. Yes.
I'm going to say for Honey, I really love the take on Honey. It was very... God, you made it so goofy, but I also love vocally where you placed it. It was a lot of fun to listen to. I would like you to make him even more over the top, even more spacey. He has no idea what's going on, where he is, who he is. He's just existing in the moment. So just go even further with it.
Yeah, I gotta echo his sentiment. Turn up that energy, and you might have something perfect because that was a great. That you heard the pop of the audience. It's a fantastically dumb voice, and I have to admit, it's actually a very good voice.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
And for Francis, great energy. Just project a little bit more, be a little bit more clear, and I think you've got a great place for it. All right. So, from the top?
Yeah. All right. Hold on, let me get stick this in your muscle real quick. Here we go. Ready?
Eat the mic.
Whoa. If you're sure.
I'm already?
Yeah. One more time.
Hey, pal. May I help you?
Might we borrow your shovel?
You are already borrowing my shovel.
Then you are already a part of this.
They barge into Riley's house, pushing him out of the way. We see a shot of Vladimir's bloody corpse sprawled out on the ground.
Oh my God. Good God, is that Vladimir?
It used to be, yeah.
He was a Dracula, I think. Pretty sure, not 100%. They turned to dust, right?
Please don't let us get sent to prison. I mean, I'd be fine. People love me. But poor Honey. Have you seen him?
How many cigarettes would I go for?
Half a cotton. Listen, I'll help you both.
Really?
You haven't exactly left me. You haven't exactly left me but twice. Now, Braid says, fetch me the shovel. Honey, move the corpse into my car. We're going for a drive.
We see them all in a 1985 Dodge Neon. Pony is sitting in the back seat with a dumb grin. Francis is standing on that body, sitting next to them, I bet uncomfortably.
This is kind of a crappy car. You find it in a junkyard?
It was my mother's. She gave it to me before she died. I'm just kidding. She is still very much alive.
I'm sorry, I zoned out. Where are we? And who's that guy?
So, exactly how are we ditching the stiff?
We're going to drive out into the middle of the countryside. We're going to dig ourselves a 12-foot hole. At the bottom, we place Vladimir. We then cover him with approximately 6 feet of dirt. After that, we will place the corpse of an animal in the hole, then fill it up. If a search party should discover the grave, they will find the animal and assume it was a false positive, leaving the spot for good.
Wow, you're really good at this.
Very suddenly, a moose jumps out in front of the car. They hit it, apparently killing it instantly. The car jerks to a stop as Francis and Pony scream. Riley looking nonplussed, but otherwise unexcited.
Did we just kill a moose?
Why won't the killing stop?
It does not seem that it did much damage. We are quite lucky. Dramatic irony, thy name is Moose.
Unfortunately, folks, that's about all the time that we have. But round of applause for these folks. Round of applause for everybody who came up and performed. Everybody today was fantastic. Thank you all so much for coming. Have a great goddamn con.
Silver Gattoman, he bought me a coffee. Silver Gattoman, here is the song for thee. He likes to video all the panels at the cons. You should go and watch them whether they are short or long. Silver Gattoman, You video that's not a jibe. All of you go to his YouTube channel and like and subscribe.